believe that we really have to separate migrants from refugees, and of those refugees, we really have to vet them very, very hard.
I think that they should be put on either a waiting list to come in, and they should be severely, really strictly vetted, which is impossible to do because they lack papers.
I really believe that America should be taking in these refugees.
ISIS have made many proclamations that they are going to implement terrorists within the people coming into this, the people who say they're refugees.
There's a lot of people in that area that want to harm the United States, and there are a lot of people that we frankly don't know who they are.
Like, I as a citizen feel like we should be doing as much as we can, as long as it's safe obviously in this country, to be welcoming and have open arms for these people who are in a war zone and are living in these horrible refugee camps.
I believe that the best thing for them is to keep them within Syria. They need to be within, we need to create, the UN needs to create safe spaces within Syria that these people can live in.
I think that it's really horrible, and I mean, I've been relating to it from more of like a Jewish standpoint.
My grandfather's a Holocaust survivor. He immigrated. We are a nation of immigrants.
I think as a Jew, I sympathize a lot with the Christian refugees in the conflict that have not only been kicked out of Syria, they're being pushed out, but they're also giving no place to go. They don't want to go to Europe, they don't want to come to the United States, they just want a place in Syria. And I think it's a huge problem.
We should be applying the knowledge from World War II and the Holocaust and the values that we learned from, that whole time period.
People need a home, and who are we as a superpower of the world to not give them one?
I'd voice for activism against bringing Syrian refugees into America, and voice activism for giving them safe locations within Syria so that they can rebuild once the war is over.
Lead assemblies, we can do something about it in the newspaper, we can publicize it in so many different outlets. And then after this school, we have communities where we can try and make an impact. We belong to synagogues where we can start a fund. I mean, there's something that we can do, and you should never underestimate your power as a citizen.
I think just being aware and being educated, and talking about it in classes and in your everyday life. It's just important to be aware of your surroundings and what's going on outside of, the protected bubble that is our community.
What's happened in Germany and what's happened in France, the increased terror in France because of high refugee populations.
I've called my congressman before, and I've called people who are influential in the area to say, I'm a student in the state and this is what I want to see the government do, and they're really responsive to that. So you should never feel so small that you can't do anything.
And understanding that it's an issue that applies to everyone. It's not just they're overseas, it's their problem, it's our problem too, because we can help them.